the elder abuse is huge in our country. It really is. And because it's stressful for everyone, many times it starts with family members.
Did you know 10,000 Americans turn 65 every day? 1 in 5 Americans will be 65 or older by 2030. And here are some facts specific to Long Beach. 9% are 65-year-olds or above, 25% are 50-year-olds or above, and the median age is 73.5 in the city. Now, with the expansion across the LA County with this location here in Long Beach, Senior Helpers hopes to bring more than 45 new jobs over the next year and implement a new support structure to the elderly.
Okay, so I'm joined here by the owner of the Senior Helpers Facility, Juliet LaPlante. Thank you so much for having us here on Long Beach Local News. Tell us a little bit about the fact that the Triple J's, I've got to say the Triple J's because it's yourself and your daughter, Jennifer Rodriguez, and granddaughter, Jana LaPlante, who are managing the entire facility. How did that come about?
Well, we've always all been caregivers, kinda. I was a caregiver for my mom first, and Jennifer helped me then. And then after my mom passed away, my husband was ill for a year, so we were caregivers again. And the problems I had when I brought my mom to our house to try to get a caregiving agency to come in, I was very unhappy with because they were just not engaged with my mom. And it was something that just always bothered me. And I always said, if I ever do this, I'm going to have a different kind of agency, never thinking that I would. And before, my husband's name was Jim, and my son's name was Jim Jr. So we had all these J's. So we're thinking, oh, okay, what's going to be the name of this home care agency? And so Jennifer said, well, why not the three J's? And then we can have Jana come in. And so that's how we got the name, JJJ Home Care Inc. We want ours to be different. We want ours to be more engaged, and we really want to become a part of those families that need this.
So tell us about Senior Helpers then. Why was it so attracting for you, and how does it set itself apart from other agencies in your opinion?
Well, in my opinion, they care more. And what was interesting to me is so many of the principals in the company, they came there because many of them had experienced care for their in-laws or their own parents, and they were so impressed by Senior Helpers that they wanted to become a part of several of them are retired and they wanted to become a part of that organization. So that really impressed me. But I just feel like what they teach us about when you go into a home to do an assessment, you need to find out about that family. You need to know the dynamics, and you need to know what, number one, if the senior wants that, and many of them don't when you go in, they don't want anybody, interfering in their life, even though they probably know in the back of their minds that, I'm not quite where I used to be. And so then we kind of go from there, and we look and say, okay, what kind of caregiver, if we go out and do the assessment, then what kind of caregiver are we looking for this person? And that's a big part of the process, because this is not just about that care, that person that needs the care. It's about the whole family dynamics. And that's where we want to become a part of that whole family, not just sending in a caregiver to do their 4 hours or whatever it is and then forget the family.
How do you interact with your clients?
By board games, simple walks around the park, or if it's at their house around the pool area, just communicating with them, making them aware, being aware of them, talking to them. How's their day? What are you watching on TV? What were you doing today? Just simple questions, just letting them know that they're important.
Talk to us a little bit about the training facility here and how the caregivers are trained.
And at first they are given like 5 hours of orientation, which is a state requirement.
We take assessments tests. We're here doing hands-on training in this room, as you can see right here. We do training often. That what makes us become who we are, and that what makes us become professionals at what we do.
But then we train them on Well, like the Hoyer lift, one of our, actually, we had to make sure, I don't know if you've ever seen a Hoyer lift, but it is for someone that cannot walk, that needs to get up, get to the commode, maybe get to the shower. The bed itself is just a regular hospital bed, that's moved up and down. And a lot of time, I had a hospital bed for my mom, but most people don't in their homes, but they have their regular beds and they need help getting up.
Oh,
Which
yes.
is, yeah, and many seniors have walkers, and it stabilizes them. And but these are all things that our caregivers, and this is not all. This is just our start as far as what we're going to have.
What are these things behind us?
The gait belts that you use to wrap around you and the patient to stabilize them more when they're walking, so that they don't fall. And I mean, the senior population is growing, growing, growing. There every day, 10,000 more citizens turn 65. So I mean, it is growing, and I think all of us, not just our organization, and of course we're excited because we feel like we're in the forefront of some of this, that how we want to do it.
As you have seen and heard, the Senior Helpers location here in Long Beach is such a family-friendly, orientated location, unique in itself, that is run by 3 generations of a family, the LaPlante family. You can approach them, and you can also check out the website Senior Helpers for more information if you'd like to become a caregiver. At the same time, in Long Beach, there are other programs to look into. Of course, there's recreational programs, community centers, also assistance for the homeless through the Multidimensional Center for Homeless or the Near Homeless, as well as the housing authority provided by the city, which you can look into on the website of the City of Long Beach, which will provide technical and financial assistance to those elderlies with a low income. I'm Yasmin Tamras with Long Beach Local News.